Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing a video. I was about to say fun, even though it was a fun video, but we're about to do a getting ready with me and the Venus XL palette. So I am so excited for this. This is by Lime Crime. So I know there are some controversy and issues with Lime Crime, so please do not hate me for this. This is now sold in Ulta. It is no longer an independent brand. You can now, save yourself the risk of, any scandal going on with your money. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this look for you guys. I hope you guys like it. I will see you guys at the end. Okay, so I am gonna go into the Fenty primer just to start off. I've already done my brows because I didn't want to do the usual off camera. Pretty intimidated. Not intimidated, but, well, yeah, intimidated by all the expectations of everyone who wants to see this video. I hope I don't let you guys down, if you know what I mean. I really don't know what I'm doing just to start off this video. I am gonna wing it. I stared at the palette for a good 5 minutes trying to find a color scheme, and there's so many combinations that I want to do. There's shades that I'm like, I need to use this shade and I need to use this shade, but then I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to work these all into one freaking look? And you guys know me, I have to kind of go big or go home my first look, so we're gonna go big today. So here she is, and when you open her, she does have a mirror, and look how pretty she is. So I'm gonna set with Blank Canvas. That's this shade here, that of course is a just flat matte white shade, like eggshell bone shade. Bone is a good color description. So I'm just setting my lid with that shade, nothing more. Let's just go into Idolized here, just to start our transition. That is so pigmented. Whoops. Next, I want to go into Aphrodite here. I think this shade is so freaking pretty. It's like a crimson shade. Oh my god, she's pigmented as well. She's too pigmented. So I'm going to take this brush and blend that ow, oh my gosh. So I want to take Ethereal just to see how it swatches. Okay, perfect. So it swatches, I don't know if you can see that, like super iridescent, like a corally peach, but it looks really pink, but it does have that shift to it. So I kind of have more of an idea as to what I'm going to do now from here. So I'm going to take New Classic. This has a shift to it. So actually, let's see how it looks swatch. That's really brown, like bronzy, not bronzy, bronzy, my guess. And then I'm going to go below this shade. I'm going to take the brush I used Aphrodite on and blend it out. So now I'm going to take a little bit of concealer and I am going to carve this out almost like a cut crease because I want to put a lighter shade on the lid. So I want to make sure that this is a lot cleaner than that brown mucky stuff. Doesn't matter how far over you go because we're going to put a darker shade here. But I just for sure want this part cleaned up. And then we'll blend it together. So like I said, it doesn't matter how far out you go. We want to make sure it's going to be tied together at the end of the day. Okay, so I'm going to let that set a little bit. And then I'm going to take, this is a Luxie 211 brush. And I'm going to go into this shade here, which is Flora, because it's freaking pretty as hell. And I've had my eye on it for a while. Like, look at that. Oh my gosh. Yep, that was the right choice. And I'm going to coat that part that I cleared up for my lid. I feel like it didn't translate as corally to the lids, but it's still a really pretty and fun color. But next I'm going to go into Passion here. I feel like they named it Passion because of passion fruit. And I don't think this color looks the same on my monitor as it looks in the palette. So I am going to start transitioning that here. This one is applying like freaking dream. Like as it appears in the palette is how it's applying on the lid, and I'm living for it. Oh my gosh. Now I'm gonna go into ethereal, and this is that one I swatched earlier that kind of had to shift, and I'm gonna put that over whatever it was called. I don't remember what it's called. Flora. I'm gonna put that over Flora. Okay, so next I'm gonna go into Botticelli. Like this shade is the one where I'm like, I have to freaking use that shade. And I am going to, okay, I was gonna do one thing, but now I think I'm gonna do it a different way because I want to put a Botticelli as a liner. So what I'm gonna do is clean this here. It doesn't have to be perfect like right here because I'm gonna go over it with the dark shadow, but I just want it again cleaned up a little bit so that whatever I put to it is the main shade that you guys are seeing. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into Botticelli, which I originally started to do earlier, and then I backed out because I realized I wanted it to be a little bit more noticeable. This shade, oh my god. Basically what I carved out is my wing. This is a Sigma EO5 eyeliner. Like, I freaking love this brush for eyeliner, and I know I mentioned a favorite brushes video. I will be doing that, guys, I promise. So I'm blending this up into the for Aphrodite. I'm blending it into Passion, so it kind of meshes as a wing, if you know what I mean. And I cleaned this part up with concealer as usual, but I want it to look mesh well together. I've been watching a lot of Clueless, and all I can think of is Ty. You don't think that we mesh well together? She's rude. She straight up said rude things to share, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna go into Love on my hand just to see what a swatch is like. I was not expecting that. I was expecting it to be like softer. Whoo. Okay, so I'm gonna go into this one here, Fresca. And see what that swatch is like. Okay, that's a matte shimmer. Okay, so that is like purple with like very subtle gold specks. Screw it. We're going into Love. We're going to make that inner corner pop. Told you guys I was going to use color, so here I am using color. So now I'm going to do my face off camera, and then I will be right back. So this is Milani Blush in Romantic Rose. So sorry if my face looks funny, but I had the darkest circles under my eyes, even with foundation and concealer. So I actually had to go in with my color corrector, and I hope you can't notice that. And my skin's atrocious right now. Back to the eyes. I'm going back into Botticelli, and I'm going under the eyes. Bring that wing down. And because I don't want it to look like I have a freaking black eye, I'm gonna go back into Flora. And blending that. For mascara, I'm actually going into my favorite drugstore mascara, which is from Catrice Cosmetics. So for actual lashes, I'm going to be using the Tarte Pro in Center of Attention. Okay, so lashes are on, and now is a very exciting moment. So I know this video is about lime crime, but I did finally get the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. This is, I don't even know if it has a shade. It doesn't have a shade name, so I'm going to use my Anastasia A22 or A23 brush. And, okay. I was just worried it would pick up my texture. But, oh my gosh, it's more like a wet look. Oh my lord. She is my Gemini queen. Like, she is my absolute favorite Gemini in the beauty community. I mean, like, I love Arika, but I just have so much in common with her. So I think I will stop now. I feel like my under eyes look like a hot mess right now. Not the makeup. The makeup looks good. Just because I use a color corrector and I feel like it didn't melt into my skin, which is funny because it's a color corrector that I didn't really like. So I'm going to take Stacy's Mom. This is from the Milk collection. I'm gonna let that dry. And then next I'm gonna take the Diamond Crusher in the shade Cheap Thrills. I freaking love these things so much. They're so pigmented. And I'm just gonna dab it and blend. I'm gonna dry down with Cover FX. And this is the final look. I will be right back. And we're back. That was it. So this is the final look. I wasn't sure how you guys would like it, so I'm kind of still hoping you guys like this look. I love this look. Like, I told you guys I was going to do fun and colorful, and this is fun and colorful to me. I mean, I used, let's count them. I feel like that's part of, like, one of my favorite parts of doing videos is seeing how many shades I can use right off the bat. Like, first look, use as many as you can, and then we'll determine from there. So I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel like there was one more I used. And I used Aphrodite. So 8. I used 8 out of the... You can see my Rugrats sweats. I used 8 out of the 6 times 3, 18. 8 out of the 18 shades. So I think I did pretty well. I think there was some debate on whether or not this was identical to the Jeffree Star. I'm going to say no. Like, just based off of my experience that I just used, none of these shades applied like Jeffree Star's. Like, I mean, as far as blending, they're both really good at blending. They're both very pigmented. But I didn't see any similarities in the shades. Like, they look the same in the pans, and maybe on some skin tones they might look the same. But let me go get Jeffree Star's palette really quick. So, making sure these are both in frame. So, these are both of the palettes. And I don't see a similarity. I know some people thought they looked alike, but I mean, let me get it more in focus. Let me get them closer. I don't see the similarities in my opinion. Oops. Yeah, I don't see very many similarities. Like, Jeffree Star's has Sweetener and Donor, which are completely different than any of the shades in this one. In fact, let me swatch a couple shades really quick that I have you on camera. So, Ethereal and Sweetener. This is Ethereal, and this is Sweetener. So they both have like different shifts, but Ethereal has like a pink shift to it, and Sweetener has like a gold shift to it. So they're both really pretty shades, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna use the hell out of them. But as far as them being similar, I don't think so. But yeah, I didn't find very many similarities. Like, even shades that I would have thought would have been similar didn't look similar. So I mean, I try not to use any similar color. I've been similar so many times. So as far as the look goes, you guys voted for a colorful look, so I went for a colorful look. I know I tend to go more colorful than neutral, and I did have someone mention that there weren't very many neutral shades or very many neutral looks you can do with this palette, and I beg to differ. I think there's a lot of neutral shades. I mean, there's so many that you can just use a light hand for and kind of go with them. Like, you can do a basic smoky eye with this palette. You can do a glam eye with this palette. I mean, you can of course do a lot more color with this palette, but I love color, so let's just say that I love this color scheme. I think there's gonna be a lot to do with it, and like I said, the shades are super pigmented. So I mean, light hand, because I kind of fudged up a little bit. I was a little bit worried that it was not gonna work out, but it worked out. And I mean, I love this look. Like, I really do like this look. So I hope you like this look. I hope you like this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm RLQ.Rosie on Instagram. That's Running Lipstick Queen. And you can follow me on all my social networks. Most of them are RLQ.Rosie. I will link them down below so you guys can follow me on everything. I do talk a lot. And yeah, that's about it. If you don't like this video, please just walk away, pretend it did not happen. And I will see the rest of you in the next video. Bye.